But that being said, of course, is Oscar, and the one factor, the one variable in all of it is Eddy Reynoso. Being in the gym with Canelo and Eddy, let me tell you that Eddy is absolutely in love with boxing. And there's been things, obviously he's been trainer of the year a couple times now. Obviously, I look up to him because he's Eddy Reynoso. He's been trainer of the year. He's accomplishing so much. But when you watch him in the ring, he's got such a passion for it that that they're going to come up with a strategy. And I'm not saying that that's going to beat Shakur, but if anybody could get upset, it's going to be the dynamic between Eddy and Valdez.
We weren't expecting the Burchell outcome, right? That was pretty insane.
Hey, but you see what Oscar had to do. He had to revert back to that old Oscar.
Yeah.
And bring that dog out of him. And that's what I feel like he's going to have to do with Shakur as well.
Yeah.
Talking about the Canelo team, is anybody beating Canelo? Do you guys think anybody out there right now?
I don't feel like there is right now.
So, no.
I mean, you guys have seen him work firsthand.
Yeah, so I don't see no one beating him right now. And he's just, he's technically sound. And he knows how to finish. He's mastered finishing people. And it's like, it's crazy.
He's like, and I don't think people might not understand this, but like he's
smart.
Yeah, he's like a bit of a hustler, like he'll make you think that you're being successful just so you get too close to him so he can get you.
He fucks you up mentally.
He
puts you in positions you do not want to be. And you don't even know what's going on is the crazy part. He'll think you're moving over here because you want to.
No,
I'm getting away. He wants
pushed
you, to
you
go
over there. Like he's a very
he's smart.
He's super smart. Even with the Saunders fight, obviously we were in the in the camp for Saunders with Canelo. To see what happened with Saunders and to see how they played out and how they evolved the rings is something that we witnessed 3 times a week for 6 weeks. We saw the plan. We also saw the plan get implemented in the way they were shadowboxing. The way that they were having to move around the ring. And so when I see guys go on TV and they say, oh, Canelo was doing this or Canelo was doing that, I'm like, no, he actually was doing this shit on purpose to draw you in on the angle to attack you.
Another thing, too, though, he told me the game plan was Saunders. He was like, make him miss and make him pay. And he literally stuck to that. He made him miss and kept making him pay. And I was like, this motherfucker stick to the game plan. He don't.
There's another thing, too, that I think is important, is that Eddy called out the shot that he hit Saunders with against Lawrence.
Plan. They actually did that shot on me.
Yeah.
They were like practicing the shot, so it was like not all the time it landed, but they slid it in here and there. But it was that they stuck to the game plan for sure.
It's the only way that Canelo is going to lose is if he loses his drive. But being around him, like and I'll be honest with you too. I think that this is something that would be kind of be forthcoming about it. Tatum too. Tatum was with Canelo's too. When we all went there and we got to see Saul work in person, right? Like the one thing that we walked away with is that we weren't good enough. And so what do we mean by that? We didn't work hard enough. We didn't have enough discipline. We didn't have enough repetition. We didn't have us showing up to the gym and not knowing what the fuck we're going to do for that day and kind of, freelancing it and us like not working on specific things. Being in there changed, like literally I learned so much as being there with Eddy, watching Zamir, and even watching Randy, watching the whole Canelo team and the way that they work everybody. And Monroe, I always say, is that wrong? Monroe?
Monroe.
No, so,
Monroe.
Yeah, Monroe. So I was strength and conditioning guy. Just the whole thing that they got going on over there. And saying, hey, shit, like if we ever expect to ever really create a great fighter, we all got to get our shit together and work fucking harder. And that's literally his ethic is inspiring. And after that, the boys, that's when we started doing all these rounds. That's when we started mixing up, run. And that's when we realized that we hadn't been good enough. So that's why I think that the boys are doing so good right now is because when we were over there, Lawrence wasn't just learning in the ring. I was learning. Tatum was learning.